Today, it's the day before St. Patrick's Day, but we're going to have a St. Patrick's Day concert in any event. And Roger Helfrick performed last year, and we're delighted he can be back again this year. His repertoire centers around traditional folk songs, often in the original language, and as well as the music of medieval and Renaissance and early modern Europe. His first instrument is his voice, very, very good baritone. And this he weaves together with the music that he creates with Celtic harp, which you see there, acoustic guitar, and plucked psaltery. So, Roger, we're delighted to have you again, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, those of you who were here last year, you might hear some pieces you recognize again. But I have learned a couple of new ones this year that were kind of just kicking around for a while, thinking, oh, that's an Irish song that I've known about for a while. Let's see if I can learn that one in time. And so hopefully they'll show up. As always, you may have noticed my last name is not Irish. It's German, but I hope you will forgive me that for the purposes of today. I like to start with this piece, which is actually originally a traditional Irish song called Boy of Erin or Buchel an Erne. But then a Scottish person wrote some English words to it. So it just is kind of encapsulating an entire amount of the northern sort of British Isles and Ireland in this song. And it's called Come by the Hills, and it is basically a song just sort of to welcome you into the stories and such that are coming. Come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the peaks meet the sky and the lochs reach the sea, where the rivers run clear and the brackens gold in the sun, and cares of tomorrow must wait till this day is done. Come by the hills to the land where life is a song, and sing while the birds fill the air with their joy all day long, where the trees sway in time and even the wind sings in tune, and cares of tomorrow must wait till this day is done. Come by the hills to the land where legend remains, where stories of old stir the heart and may yet come again, where the past has been lost and the future is still to be won, and cares of tomorrow must wait till this day is done. Come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the peaks meet the sky and the lochs reach the sea, where the rivers run clear and the brackens go Thank you. Is the sound coming out okay? Voice and stuff? Okay. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So I tend not to focus on really well-known Irish folk songs because I find often there are some really, really beautiful melodies that, and both lyric and as well that I think need to be out in the general audience a bit more. So I tend to try and sort of seek for pieces that have a little bit, little less sort of notoriety to them. Some of them you will hopefully know, others I hope they will be an interesting new discovery for you. This next piece is, well, it's a relatively well-known one. It's just in a little a cappella song, and it's called The Lark in the Clear Air. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. For a tender beaming smile to my hope has been granted, and tomorrow she shall hear all my fond heart would say. I shall tell her all my love, all of my soul's adoration, and I think she will hear me and will not say me nay. It is this that gives my soul all its joyous elation as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear of day. Dear thoughts are in my mind, and my soul soars enchanted as I hear the sweet lark sing in the clear air of the day. This is one of the songs that has a little bit of Irish Gaelic in it. And the translation of the Gaelic basically choruses are, go, 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 my love, go peacefully and quietly, go to the door, steal away from me, and may you go in safety, my love. And so the song is entitled Shuraroon. I will sell my rock, I'll sell my meal, I'll sell my only spinning wheel to buy my love a sword of steel. Iskaje to movernin slan. Shul, shul, shularun, shul gos kerag shul, kyun shul gotor sages bilam. Iskaje to movernin slan. I heel stye my petticoats, I'll dye them red. Around the world I'll bake my bread until my parents shall wish me dead. Iskaje to movernin slan. Shul, shul, shularun, shul gos kerag shul, kyun shul gotor sages bilam. Iskaje to movernin slan. Oh, now my love has gone to France to try his fortune to advance. The air comes back, 'tis but a chance. Iskaje to movernin slan. Shul, shul, shularun, shul gos kerag shul, kyun shul gotor sages bilam. Iskaje to movernin slan. I wish, I wish, I wish in vain. I wish I had my heart again. In vain we think I would not complain. Iskaje to movernin slan. Shul, shul, shularun, shul gos kerag shul, kyun shul gotor sages bilam. Iskaje to
Okay.
Thank you. There was a small gap in the lyrics because I realized the sheet music I had sitting here didn't have the one verse that was missing. I'm going, where is that? So I had to rely on my brain, which is always a dangerous proposition. Anyway. So this is another little ditty. We're not certain if it's Irish, but let's just say that it is for the purposes. We don't really know where it comes from, but it's a lovely little song entitled Billy Be Fair. And so it's basically a story about a young woman who is being wooed by all of the young men in her town, but there's a problem, as we will discover. So, Billy be fair and Billy be fine, he wants me for to wed. And I would marry Billy, but me father up and said, I'm sad to tell your daughter what your mother never knew, but Billy here is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Oh, Johnny be fair and Johnny be fine, he wants me for to wed. And I would marry Johnny, but me father up and said, I'm sad to tell your daughter what your mother never knew, but Johnny too is a son of mine, and so he's kin to you. Oh, you never did see a girl so sad and sorry as I was. The boys in town are all me kin, and me father is the cause. If things should thus continue, I shall die a single miss. I'm going to go to mother and complain to her of this. Oh, daughter, haven't I taught you to forgive and to forget? And if your father's son is out, well, still you needn't fret. He may be father to all the single boys in town, and still he's not the one who sired you, so marry who you will. I'm still hoping one day to meet someone whose life story is that, because I want to hear.
It's fun.
So there are two songs I'm going to do today, specifically about the county down. And curiously, they basically are the same story. They even talk about the similar towns and that in them. And so it's just kind of a curious thing with that. This one is more sort of rollicking in that, and the other is more of a basic love song that you'll hear. So this first one is just called Star of the County Down. Near to Bainbridge town in the county down, one morning in July, down a boring green came a sweet colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. Oh, she looked so neat from her two white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a smiling elf, I had to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped, sure I scratched my head, and I gazed with a feeling queer. There I said I, to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? Oh, he smiled at me, and with pride says he, that's the gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McGann, from the banks of Baden, she's the star of the county town. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county down. At the harvest fair, she'll surely be there, so I'll dress in my Sunday clothes, and I'll try sheep's eyes and lutheran lies on the heart of the nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, though my plough with rust turn brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the county town. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county town. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county town. No maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the county town. Do you want something funny? Do you want a story about basically cutting down forests? Or those are your choices.
All of them. All of them.
Okay, we'll get all of them, but which
All
do you
of
want?
them.
Which do you
Cutting
want
down
first?
forests.
Which do you want first? Cutting down forests? Okay, great.
Okay, make us sad first.
Exactly. Michael wanted the clear cutting option. So this song is called Bonnie Portmore, and it seems what it's in referencing that it's not a castle. Basically the house that was called Portmore. There used to be a great grand oak that was there, and that got cut down. And the other thing that the song ends up basically referencing is the fact that huge numbers of Irish oak forests were basically cut down for shipbuilding, and the English took them because, you know, it's one of the things they seem to like doing, taking things from other countries and leaving things in their waste. But I'll try and keep this not too heavy. So that's basically what I know about this song. I am sorry to see Thank you. Thank you. We'll do another mildly amusing one before heading into, you know, sadness and despair again. The Celts always loved their sadness and despair, only perhaps superseded by the Icelands. But anyway, this one is entitled Rolling in the Dew Makes the Milkmaids Fair. Oh, where are you going to, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair? I'm going a-milking, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. Then may I come with you, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair? Well, yes, you are welcome, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. Oh, what is your father, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair? Me father's a farmer, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. Then what is your mother, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair? The wife of me father, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. Then what is your fortune, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair? Me face is me fortune, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. Then I cannot marry you, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair. Well, no one has asked you to, kind sir, she answered me, for rolling in the dew makes the milkmaids fair. I bid you good morning, my pretty fair maid, with your red rosy cheeks and your coal black hair. Thank you for going. It's fun. So I will sing one of the new songs that I have learned for you today. So it's a traditional song called The Flower of Macharali. And it basically is the same song as The Star of the County Down. But perhaps a slightly more interesting melody. Anyway, I just thought it was curious. It's like, this is the same song. Because it talks about Banbridge Town. It's all the Queen of the County Down. All of it's sort of just, does anyone know where the County Down actually exists? I didn't look that up, I'm sorry. Well, we'll find it after.
South of Dublin.
Sorry?
South of Dublin.
Oh, he is guessing south of Dublin. Probably as good a guess as any, but and there's probably not just one county down, but we want the one specifically that's located near Banbridge Town, or that Banbridge Town is in it. It looks like someone is Googling. Oh,
County Down is one of the 6 counties of Northern Ireland.
oh, okay.
No, it's
Which
Northern
means that
Irish.
this town is in the county.
Okay, exactly. Well, there we are. And this is probably why it's in English. because of all the, Northern Irish. Anyway, it's a gorgeous song sung by a number of other, very amazing musicians and vocalists. Here's hoping I do it justice. So. One pleasant summer's morning, when all the flowers were springing, nature was adorning, and the wee birds sweetly singing, I met my love near Banbridge town, my darling blue-eyed Sally. She's the queen of the county down, the flower of Maharali. With admiration I did gaze upon this blue-eyed maiden. Adam wasn't half so pleased when he met Eve in Eden. Her skin was like the lily white that grows in yonder valley. She's my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of Maharali. Yellow hair in ringlets hung, her shoes were Spanish leather, her bonnet with blue ribbons strung, her scarlet cap and feather, like Venus bright she did appear, my darling blue-eyed Sally. She's the girl that I love dear, the flower of Maharali. Thank you. How are we doing for time?
10 minutes.
10 minutes left? That's it?
We have 5 for announcements.
And 5 for announcements. Well, we will sneak in another couple. This one, another fairly well-known traditional one. This is the lyrics were written by William Butler Yeats, and so it's Down by the Sally Gardens. That's not, that is. Down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. She bid me to take love easy as the leaves grow on the trees. But I, being young and foolish, with her would not agree. In a field by the river, my love and I did stand, and on my leaning shoulder she laid her snow white hand. She bid me to take love easy as the grass grows on the weirs. But I was young and so foolish, and now I am full of tears. Down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow white feet. She bid me to take love easy as the leaves grow on the trees. But I, being young and so foolish with her, did not agree. Thank you. How many more? One more. Okay. So this is an odd little song. There's a few of these songs where it's basically the person is sort of lamenting the fact of, my boyfriend's a cad, but I still love him. There's one called, Do You Love an Apple? This isn't the one that I'm doing, but where the woman in that song is lamenting the fact that before I was married, I wore a black shawl, and now that I'm married, I wear bugger all, but still I love him. I can't deny it. I'll go with him wherever we go. And so this is one of those things of this idea that, well, I know he's horrible and I know he's bad for me, but I'm still going to stay with him. So I will just thank all of you for being here for this last song. This song is called I Know My Love. And I hope you have a lovely extended St. Patrick's Day as it begins today and continues into tomorrow. And you may as well take it into the weekend because no one says you can't. So. I know my love by his way of walking, and I know my love by his way of talking, and I know my love dressed in a coat of blue. And if my love leaves me, what will I do? And still he cried, I love him the best, and a troubled mind sure can know no rest. And still he cried, bonny boys are few, and if my love leaves me, what will I do? There is a dance house in Mardyke, and there my true love sits every night. He takes a new one upon his knee, and don't you think that vexes me? And still he cried, I love him the best, and a troubled mind sure can know no rest. And still he cried, bonny boys are few, and if my love leaves me, what will I do? If my love knew I could wash and wring, if my love knew I could weave and spin, I'd make a suit all of the finest kind. But the want of money leaves me behind. And still he cried, I love him the best, and a troubled mind sure can know no rest. And still he cried, bonny boys are few, and if my love leaves me, what will I do? And still he cried, I love him the best, and a troubled mind sure can know no rest. And still he cried, bonny boys are few, and if my love leaves me, what will I do?
Thank you so much, Roger. That really was lovely. And I'm going to open it up now. We've got a few minutes left for if anyone has questions, comments they want to make about Roger, about St. Patrick, or about life in general. The floor is yours.
Yes, I wanted to ask about Roger, the song that was it that Yeats wrote the words?
Yep, Down by the Sally Gardens. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and that's one of his poems.
It is. Yeah.
Yes. And who put it to music? Do you have any idea?
No idea. No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, about when would that have been? Do you think, roughly?
When Yeats was alive.
It was while he was still alive. Okay. Okay.
When he wrote it, yeah. I've never seen a specific reference to who set it to music. So it's
yeah.
It could even be one of those instances where it was a traditional tune that they just grabbed the
yeah, sure, of course.
But it does seem to sit. It does seem to sit quite nicely within the lyrics, so it could be that it was composed more specifically for it. Unfortunately, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, it's quite a nice poem. I mean, it's kind of thinking that too. But I was kind of quite impressed with it. Anyway, thanks.
Well, Roger.
Yes.
This is Tony. Wikipedia is going to help us here.
Oh.
The verse was set to music by Herbert Hughes to the traditional air "The Maids of Mourne Shore" in 1909.
Oh, okay.
What was the year?
What was that?
1909.
And in the 1920s, composer Rebecca Clark set the text to her own music. The composer John Ireland set the words to an original melody in his song cycle, Songs Sacred and Profane, written in 1929 to 31. So a lot of people, a lot of composers like the words. Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
The other,
Hi, Roger. Do you read music? And I'm just wondering, how do you turn your pages if you do, when your hands are just so busy there working that harp?
I don't read music. The only thing that's sitting here literally is just lyrics. And so for all of them, it's just everything has been memorized relatively. This song was still too new for me to have it fully memorized. So yeah, sometimes I've got it where the actual chords are written in as well, if it's just for reminding myself, but generally speaking, it's all been memorized and set up. So that Flower of Maharali, that was an arrangement that I created about 3 weeks ago, maybe. It sort of just came to me. So I spent all of the time basically trying to learn it, because as I discovered, the rhythm that I was playing was a little bit obscure for the rhythm of the lyrics and stuff. So to try and get it so my hands just ignored what my voice was doing was an interesting challenge that I hadn't done for a long time. So it was nice to be able to do it. Yeah.
Roger,
very talented.
We've heard you play. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
We've heard you play the Celtic harp, the acoustic guitar.
Yes.
Tell us about the plucked psaltery.
I would have to. I will just go grab it really quickly so that you can see what it looks like.
Oh goodness! I could go get it. Here it comes.
I will not.
They have 3 minutes.
I will not say much about its tuning because I didn't tune it for today because I didn't need it. But so it's just a little small. And this one is actually strung with brass strings, and it's sort of a precursor. Have you seen a hammer dulcimer?
Yeah.
This is basically very much. It was sort of the precursor to some of that, and you can actually even hammer this. As I've discovered, you can basically use chopsticks and you can hammer on this. And basically, this is exactly the same as a hammer dulcimer. It's just multiple sets of strings on a hammer dulcimer. And so So that's basically what this sounds like. So it has quite a bright.
Yeah, very bright.
Yeah, I could sing a German song, but it seems just sort of an odd thing to end with it. But yeah. So that is the plucked psaltery.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's got a very sweet sound.
Yeah.
This is usually, I take it, for very early music primarily.
Yeah, yeah. There was lots of where a lot of times this probably would have been played with other instruments as well, like with a recorder or flute and all of them would have been doing sort of either similar melody lines and then sort of just playing at the same time. So, yeah.
Roger, thank you again on behalf of everyone. A real thank you for a lovely concert.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Roger.
At the hour, so I will ask you, I hope that you come again next week when our speaker, and it will be a speaker next week, it will be Colleen Dirksen from SAGE, who will be talking about social services available for seniors at SAGE. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Roger, in particular. You and Guy have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and we'll look forward to seeing you a bit later in the day.
Okay, okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye all.